What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to 3 Days Talking Podcast. Today, we have one of our favorite albums of all time here to review. We have made it to Pink Floyd's, I believe this is the holy number 10, correct? We're at number 10 studio album of their discography, Animals. Specifically, Animals 2018 remix. And you might be saying, why are you doing a 2018 remix? Just do the original. Well, it's better. It's better than the original. Slightly better. Just It's the same thing, just slight improvements. That's all. So that's why we're doing a 2018 remix. Animals came out in 1977, obviously by Pink Floyd. It is only 5 songs long, but it is 41 minutes, almost 42 minutes, with some of the most interesting music Pink Floyd ever created. Outside of that, and obviously having all of us have heard this album multiple times now, outside of that, I'm gonna let these two take over and explain how this album came to be, where Pink Floyd were at, etc., etc. Boys, whoever wants to take over, take over.
You're wearing the hoodie.
You are wearing the hoodie, Cole. Oh, shout out to Cole's hoodie. Cole, show it off.
No.
Okay.
This album is fairly straightforward because this is just Pink Floyd reacting and responding to the political and social climate in Great Britain, or I don't know, whatever fucking country they're in, whatever you want to call it, England or whatever, in the late 70s, mid to late 70s. This is basically the album that has kind of created the meme about Pink Floyd, the Society Bad 20-minute guitar solo.
Society Bad.
Because this is Society the album by Pink Floyd right here.
Fair. I like this album cover. We have an industrial plant, I assume somewhere in Great Britain, and a pig, an inflatable pig flying in the sky. Obviously, the remix has a slightly darker album cover. I will show the original real quick. It is a little brighter. It's got more colors on it. Where is it? Well, it's sort of dark as well, but it's a slightly different album color, different angle. It's just, they're both basically the same thing, showing some industrial plants off in Great Britain with a pig flying in the sky. I assume just trying to show off the bad parts or what they perceive to be the bad parts of society, right?
A general critique on the different aspects of society.
Got it. Well, that's pretty much all I have to say about this album. I'm going to let the music speak for itself. You guys ready? Pigs on the Wing 1. Oh my god, it reverted back to this stupid nut. Spotify keeps changing their fucking full screen shit and it's pissing me off.
Well, you can understand him pretty well.
If you didn't care.
You don't know every lyric to this album? Fucking loser.
Right?
What happened to me? And I didn't care. For you. We would zigzag away through the boredom and pain, occasionally glancing up through the rain, wondering which of the buggers to blame. And watching for pigs on the wing.
I'm a big fan. I'm a really big fan of this song. I think this is an incredibly endearing little ballad to start off the album on a very positive note, even though that is going to change drastically over the next 3 songs. I love how simple and straightforward and stripped back this all is. It's just Roger Waters and an acoustic guitar. I think it has a really good melody. I think he does a perfectly good job vocally. And my favorite part is I love the lyrics. I love these lyrics. I think they're great, especially the occasionally glancing up through the rain line. I think that line is brilliant. Yeah, it's obviously not the most, profound song that they ever made in their discography, but I think it's really nice and wholesome and very endearing. I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
All right, let me go second because we have vastly different opinions on this song, and it's pretty much the only time we disagree on this album. I don't care for the first or last song in this album. I find them to be utterly meaningless. It's way, way too short for me to ever listen to this song again. It's got a nice little acoustic strum. Yeah, water sounds all right. Lyrics are kind of interesting somewhat, but they really, I think someone mentioned it, they have nothing to do with the rest of this album. It's so out of place. It's not a tone setter. It doesn't make any sense for the rest of this album. There is nothing that it doesn't equate to it at all. And don't give me that shit about, oh, it's a nice little, like you said, it's a nice little, happy little, lyrically happy, solemn type of song before the chaos that's about to ensue. I don't care. It doesn't work. It doesn't fit. This has like always been like a 6 to me.
Okay.
Every single word you just said was
Let me
wrong.
just bring it back a bit. This is not a tone setter.
No, it's not.
This is a palate cleanser. That's how I view
It's
it.
the first song on the album.
Yeah,
It's
and
not
it's
how
getting
palate
you
cleansers work.
at the start. Yeah, I think it can. For
If
what
it
you're
was-
about
if
to
it
go
was
through.
the last song or like midway, sure, but
Giving you something cute before you're about to go through like 40 minutes of some pretty dark stuff. And it's a very pretty song. You know, Roger writing a nice little song for his struggling marriage. Very pretty song. I've definitely grown to appreciate.
Marriage?
Oh no, it was around the end of his marriage.
Oh.
They were having some struggles, I think. Yeah, I've definitely grown to appreciate this one over the years as I've grown up.
you are 19.
Yeah, and I guess you still have some growing to do. 8.5.
8.5. Absolutely ridiculous. This is not a tone setter.
This
is not a palate cleanser. This does nothing for the album. This could have been good midway, or if they extended it maybe to 3 or 4 minutes.
It does not work at all unless these songs are at the beginning and end. I think this is
completely wrong.
brilliant structuring.
No. All right, it's time to move on to the real meat of this album. Let's go on to dogs. God, I hope we make it through this without YouTube taking us down.
We did the first time.
Fingers crossed,
We'll
boys.
see.
We'll
One
see.
of the greatest acoustic intros to any song ever made.
You got to be crazy. You gotta have a real need. Gotta sleep on your toes. And when you're on the street, you got to be able to pick out the easy meat with your eyes closed. Then moving in silently downwind and out of sight. You got to strike when the moment is right without thinking. And after a while, you can work on points for style.
Is this our first
No,
time listening to
Jackson,
this
actually.
album?
No,
We
very
read
much
this album a
not.
lot.
Handshake, sudden look in the eye, and an easy smile. You have to be trusted by the people that you lie to, so that when they turn their backs on you, you'll get the chance to put the knife in.
specifically referencing somebody here, or just a generic reference?
I think it's a generic reference. Just talking about a certain kind of person.
Got it.
Yeah, the actual references come later in the album.
Indeed, there is some specific references on there.
Bust.
This is such a cool intermission in this song.
Yeah, because we're about to get down and dirty.
How is Echoes better than this? Guess you have to wait and find out.
Yeah, because I was talking during a solo.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody play something like that before.
It's so cool.
And when you lose control, you'll reap the harvest you have sown. And as the fear grows, the bad blood slows and turns to stone. And it's too late to lose the weight you used to need to throw down. So have a good drown as you go down all alone, dragged down by the stone.
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 Repeated of Stones, but just the own part here is unique.
But it's important for the song. It really emphasizes, this metaphorical stone.
That is a hot take, Jackson. Drop that in the Discord. See what people think. Just finger in that finger in that send. Just. Whew.
I think he does it on purpose.
I know. What's up, Ghost Woney? Have a good one, Leds Up Nut.
Gotta admit
Roger.
that I'm a little bit confused.
Such a great line.
Sometimes it seems to me as if I'm just being used.
Having a hard time.
Gotta stay awake, gotta try and shake off.
Trying to not say the lines before he says
That
them.
screaming malaise. If I don't stand my own ground, how can I find my way out of this maze? That don't mind. You just keep on pretending that everyone's expendable.
to it. Maybe my favorite guitar line in Pink Floyd history.
Oh man. Every note just feels so right.
Oh boy.
Was born in a house full of pain. Was trained not to spit in the fan. Was told what to do by the man. Was broken by trained personnel. It was fitted with collar and chain. It was given pats on the back. It was making
What a drum ball.
I know.
from the pack. It was only a stranger at home. It was ground down in the end. It was found dead on the phone. It was dragged down by the stone. It was dragged down by the stone.
That is quite a sequence of 17 minutes of music happening. Um, I mean, just to get like straight into it, I think this is as good of a Pink Floyd song as there is. I mean, writing wise, I would put this up there with any other songs. I would think this is like on the same level as something like Echoes is. Um, I think these are some generational lyrics. I think these lyrics are absolutely brilliant. I don't think I could even pick like a favorite line because I think just these are some of the best lyrics that have ever been written for any song, period. Um, I think the instrumental, I mean, the fact that it has all these different movements and it all works together so well. Like that's one of the markers of just like a brilliant song is when you can have all these different movements that all could be like their own song and you weave them together so fluidly that it's just remarkable to me that they do it. The pacing of the song is incredible, even though it has like these two sections where maybe you might not think that there's a lot happening because it's not like conventional rock music. They're like basically just like synthesizer interludes, but I still think those sections are really, really good. They're really almost meditative in a certain way, but they still have like a lot of references to the themes of the song and the album. I think David and Roger both do very, very well vocally. Probably about as well as either of them can do vocally. I think they both have a lot of urgency in their vocal performance. Like what they're saying is extremely important. They sound really engaged and passionate about what they're saying. Yeah, I just think this is. I mean, we've already done. We've done Echoes already, so I can say that, like, I think this is the second best song, right behind Echoes in Pink Floyd's discography. Feeling a 10.
Might be feeling a 10. Okay, got it. Noah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with a lot of things Cole said. What a song. Maybe David actually, no, I'm just gonna say it is. It is David Gilmour's best guitar work up to date.
That's
It
a good
just
point
is.
that I forgot to mention.
It is as sharp as ever. It is, he was going crazy, and he was playing some odd stuff too, like not like very different for him, but it fit very well with the type of song that they were doing. Again, and well, Richard Wright, he might be on his best too. He was just having a field day with his little solo. That was amazing. It's 17 minutes and there's not a dull moment in the song. That's pretty amazing. And yeah, I will agree. This is the second best song in Pink Floyd's discography. Yeah.
You're not going to say
it's
what
a
number
10.
1 is. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I will. It's Echoes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Never
will.
mind then. Not a lot to harp on. They kind of touched every single part of this song. I would just like to point out one specific thing is I love how this song ends. I love when he's after that instrumental, they go on for a while. And when you have him just going, who was
He's gotta
born in
admit, he's a little bit confused.
well, he was just going, who was born in a house of pain and who was, all the who was all the way to the last instrumental in there. It's just so, after everything you've already gone through in this song, to have such an incredibly fitting end to this, where it just encompasses everything about this song, as well as Roger Waters' best vocal performance here, in my opinion, in their entire discography, right on this, plus an incredible instrumental that keeps pulling. It's repeating the same instrumental melody and rhythm, but it's doing it in a way that is just keeping this interesting flow going throughout the whole end of it. It doesn't feel long. It's not overstressed. They're not taking it too far. It's fantastic way to sum up what is an incredible instrumental performance by this band. They have found their sound. This is their peak stuff they're doing right now. Doesn't get much better than this. I don't really think it gets any better than this. I mean, I agree with everything they said. This is one of the best guitar solos of all time from Gilmour.
Which one?
Which one? There's three.
I think that the first one is my favorite, probably.
I'll probably go with the second one.
All right, you guys are back. Here we go. Pigs, 3 different ones.
I knew throwing Shine On in there was the right choice. Chat is picking that. Look at them go.
Dark Side is so overrated, boring ass album. Come on, bro. It's not boring. Oh, I'm sorry, Hugo. You're right, I didn't see your breakdown. There were so many more ratings I missed, holy shit. I'll go back and read them for the previous song after this one. It's just ratings, I'm not gonna read everything. I love this intro so much. Sounds so good in it. So good. Oh.
And when your hand is on your heart, you're nearly a good laugh, almost a joker. With your head down in the pig bin, saying, keep on digging. Pig stain on your fat chin, although you're hard to find. Down in the pig mine, you're nearly alive. You're nearly alive, but you really
Sometimes this is how you have to get good vocals out of Roger Waters. You have to kind of drown him in effects. Because I bet the just unedited version of that probably sounds terrible.
Bust up right back. I should ride you out.
This might be controversial. This is one of my favorite hooks they ever made.
It's not controversial.
I'll get controversial later on.
Fucked up whole
Language.
I should ride you out.
Shame.
So good.
What?
He sounds so good.
Oh.
All right, I'll start overhyping
Relax.
Roger Waters.
But it's there's so little you get from him. That's that good.
I don't know what that means. Roger Waters is singing like Ashton. It is not the Have a Cigar guy.
Roger Waters will be the only person singing for the rest of the album.
Of the cowbell.
Mississippi State.
Okay.
Took you a little bit to get that one roll.
It's just
Love
the
your
most.
cowbellers.
No, I actually dislike them quite a bit.
That's all they got, Cole.
Hey, not my fault they're losers.
I'm just ready to get
Solo.
sent to Talkbox
Fire.
Land. Give me the Talkbox Land now!
crazy good bass.
I mean, like 70% of what's going on right now is just David Gilmour. Roger ain't playing that fucking bass.
Somebody's having fun with their talk box.
The only time breathing in my ear is okay.
Hey, you White House, charade you are.
There's the call out.
You know that's not talking about.
No, it's talking about, I think her name is Mary Whitehouse.
Either Mary or Amy.
Oh, it's Mary,
Just-
I think he says it later
Just
in the
making
song.
sure.
When I was younger, I was like 12, I thought he was talking about the White House.
I wish I had heard this when I was 12. It's probably 20 when I heard
Never
this
been a
the
fan of
first
that
time.
filter.
I started my journey when I was younger than you. I'm still a little guy, you know?
It is Mary.
It's like the one time that doing that like piano slide isn't corny. There's something so goofy about it.
One of the best kick drum tones.
Bassline's better than the solo.
Oh god, that's fun. And they just ride that shit out. What incredible songwriting.
Real quick. Hugo, I am aware of who Amy Winehouse is. He doesn't say Winehouse, he says White House.
Specifically. Let me just say, starting off, this has always been in consideration for my favorite on the entire album. If there were no pig noises, if there was not that weird Roger Waters filter right after his incredible sounding chorus, if those two things didn't exist, this would probably be my favorite on the album. I love this song. I love the instrumental on the guitar. I love how Roger Waters sounds on the chorus. It is amazing. I love the drums. I love this outro instrumental. I love the lyrics. I think this song is fantastic. It just has two problems for me. Two things that take it down from being right there at the top. And it is the pig noises, the grunt, the squealing, the little bit of the breathing from him, for I guess Waters. I don't know who does the breathing noises. And that stupid, the stupid filter he puts on. I'm just not a fan. I'm just not. All that being said, this is fantastically well done. The guitar solo at the end there is so fucking good, and it might even get outshined, as Noah said, by the bass as well, which is just fantastic. I mean, it's just thumping, it's riding it, it's just it's so good. And again, the drums, Nick Mason, what a guy. What, shout out to him. His fucking fills are so top tier. Love it. I gotta give, but ultimately I have to give credit to Roger Waters here. As crazy as that sounds, he, for the most part, on this song, sounds fantastic. He makes this chorus one of the best they've ever made. It is just an amazing chorus. I just hate what it transitions into because I don't like the filter noise on it. I don't like how he gets all close up and up personal. It sounds like this, like he's covering his mouth a bit. I don't like it. It doesn't. It bothers me. It gives me a little bit of the ick. Everything else about this song is superb and fantastic and some of the best stuff they ever did. It's a 10. No, not a 10. It's a 9.5. What? What'd I say?
You're a grown man saying something gave you the ick.
Yeah, I've said that before.
I know, and it doesn't get better. Holy.
Well, someone go next. Cole.
Wow.
Or Noah.
Noah really would like to go.
All right.
I would. First off, he would sound so much worse if he didn't have the filter. He would
That's
just be
very
whispering
true.
in the mic.
Yeah, I don't want him
That's
to
what
do
he's
it
already
at all.
doing.
I don't want him to whisper at all. The whole
Well,
idea
I don't
is
know.
bad. The whole idea
That's
is
like
bad.
Well, and actually, that's the best way they could have really
Then
done
get
that
Gilmore to
with
do
Roger
it.
Waters.
And get Gilmore to do it.
Well, this is kind of Roger Waters' baby, one of his several babies.
It just
So
doesn't
I'm
sound
sure he
good.
wanted to
I don't-
sing it.
I don't care. It doesn't sound good.
Sounds pretty darn good over the whole song.
Almost.
Bass performance by David Gilmour, incredible, amazing. He gets little solos. At the start in that little like I don't know the term, but kind of a down point. Sounds really good, especially at the end during the second guitar solo. He is riding up and down the fretboard. He is going crazy. It's such an awesome part. The solos are pretty cool. First one has the talk box. Sounds like a pig. They probably felt real creative when they thought of that one. And you know what? It kind of is. I'll give it to him. And it's really cool solo. I mean, it's not blowing my mind, but it fits the song really well, and it's pretty good. Second solo. Here's where I get controversial.
Ooh. We're getting
Never
controversial.
understood.
This
Understand
fucker's
mistake.
overrated.
Oh, okay.
I'll understand. I do understand this take. Because it gets overshadowed. It gets outdone in its own solo. The bass is thumping along. The drums are going crazy.
Bass is
At some
really
points, the guitar solos I ain't one paying attention to. Like,
good. No, it still forces
the other
itself.
things are so much more interesting to me.
It still forces itself upon
It's
me.
a really good solo, but I feel like at some points it's losing the mixing battle and gets lost in the back for like a moment. I don't know. I feel like this solo has always been a bit overrated by Floyd fans. A good bit overrated by Floyd fans. Even though it's still a extremely good solo and probably still like a top 10 Pink Floyd solo. Overall, that's like a... it's a 9.5. I'm not feeling a 10.
Wow. Cool.
Well, I almost agree with everything that y'all said. I don't think this solo is overrated though. I think I would probably say it's like it's definitely like my third favorite David Gilmour guitar solo. I think it's pretty stellar stuff going on there, and it's probably the highlight of the song for me. I also disagree with Ryan about the vocal effects being poorly used on this song. I think they're necessary because
Okay,
I don't think
okay.
Roger Waters would be able to pull it off if they didn't do it.
Let me then rephrase what I said. It's not. Maybe they make him sound better, but the idea of what they're trying to go for on that,
I think it
is
works
wrong.
perfectly writing wise. Yes.
It doesn't sound good though. Still doesn't
Yeah, it does.
sound good. No. Go ahead. Keep
Yeah, it
going.
does. Yeah, I mean, lyrically, I think this thing is still just stellar as hell. I mean, I have no idea what kind of political climate that they were dealing with there, because obviously they're talking about 3 different politicians on this song. I don't know anything about any of them, so I have no idea if I agree with them or not, but I don't really care because it's just the way that they word it and the way that they write about them is just compelling to listen to. And they just come up with some really, I mean, brutal, like, metaphors and similes for this shit. So it's just, it's wild how much they attack them, and I think it's interesting to listen to. I mean, the production, I mean, yeah, obviously the production is great on this song, but just across the whole album, it's just some of the best production in music history in terms of like mixing and tone. And but this one gets like especially weird with the pig sound effects, and Noah said like the talk box, and they take some risks on this song, and I think it pays off incredibly well. I do think this is one of the better choruses or hooks that Pink Floyd has ever written. And it's weird, like, because this doesn't feel like a super high tempo song. I don't really know how to count tempo, but like it kind of feels slower paced, and it's 11 and a half minutes, but still doesn't really feel like it's 11 and a half minutes. It builds suspense really, really well. This whole album does really. Yeah, I don't really have any. I'm not sure I really have a complaint about it, but I would still give it a 9.5.
Fourth song of the album, we have Sheep.
Yeah, Tarny. You do know
already
what's
know
coming.
what's coming. Am
Yeah,
I the
you
only
do.
one who doesn't know what's coming?
I guess so.
Okay. There are opinions that I'm not aware of right now.
I've had this opinion for fucking years.
I try to read most rating comments. If you leave a rating, I'll read it.
Love that bass. Just
Driving.
yes. In the background, very subtly. Love whatever effects they have on the synthesizer too.
I actually don't hate the sheep noises. They're much more non-aggressive, background more. So sheep.
So nice of Pink Floyd to sample Minecraft. I can't believe they stole sheep
The
from
Minecraft movie? You think they sampled the
Sheeps aren't
Minecraft
real.
movie? What did they?
I really wanted to say some quotables. The Minecraft movie, it's so fucking awful.
What if they got Jack Black's permission to sample the Minecraft movie?
I am Steve. Fucking awful, dude.
Oh, bro.
You're not Steve, you're Jack Black in a blue collared shirt.
Was it even collared?
It was with like another undershirt under it. It's just Jack Black. Anyway, eargasm.
Unreal lyrics. Unreal lyrics.
I'm gonna bust on the Valley of Steel line.
Generational shit.
Wiggle that shit. Oh yeah.
one of my favorites right there. That's peak fucking shit right there.
The way he responds to the next line, his inflection is so good. That is one of like the fastest 4 minutes in music
We're
history.
4 minutes in.
It's generational.
Holy shit.
This shit goes so hard.
Oh my god. Bringing back the own from Sheep. Or not sheep, dogs. Fuck me. Why did I say sheep? We're on sheep. Fucking brain fart right there.
Cole, you know what that made me think of?
What?
Pigeon.
Pigeons. I think anyone in chat gets that. Pigeons.
What's up, Nathan? Holy shit, that's appropriate.
Gotta get spooky.
Let that fucking bass ride. What?
Good word, pilot. Hell yeah. Karate. The way this echoes. Better outro than pigs.
top 2 guitar riff in Pink Floyd's discography.
God, this drum show. Holy.
I mean, you could certainly argue it's the best guitar riff they have. It's either this or the one on Echoes.
Do you think Fearless is their best riff?
Do I think Fearless is their best riff?
Yeah.
No, I said it's either that one or the one on Echoes.
Holy, bro.
Oh, okay. Is the one we're thinking about?
The one that you think is a lick that I claim is a guitar riff.
10 minutes.
It's all these like hammer-ons and pull-offs. That doesn't really. No. Doesn't really feel like a riff.
Just 10 minutes of heat. And some sheep. Wake up, sheeple.
I'm good.
I don't know what that means,
Tired.
but wake up.
Yeah, wake up, sheeple, I guess. I don't know what you're waking up to, but wake up.
I don't know. All right, that was Sheep, not the Spotify.
Okay, I haven't gone first the entire album. It's my turn.
Oh, that's right. That's
I'm
true.
forcing my way here. Probably the best Roger Waters vocal performance. And then the way that he ends lines on the verses and it goes like phases into the synth is unreal. That is so fucking smart and it sounds so good. Lyrically, this song's amazing, but I mean, they're all amazing on this album. It's just such an energetic song, and I love that for it. Even the middle section, even though it's not energetic, it builds an atmosphere. It has a vibe to it that I really enjoy. And then it just explodes back in your face.
Oh!
Okay.
Pause.
God, this song's just so fucking peak, dude. Definitely one of the best guitar parts David Gilmour's ever written in the outro. It's going crazy. The bass is consistent through the whole thing. Nick Mason's been rock solid and really good the entire album. This song's peak. It's a 10.
10 from Noah. Cole.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with everything Noah said. This song kind of pulls off something that I don't really know if I've ever heard another song do, which is like, to me, that's like prog punk, which I've never, because those are like the opposites of the rock genre spectrum. Like those two fan bases kind of hate each other.
From the lyrics side?
No, from like the energy of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The aggression and energy.
Prog,
Okay.
complex, punk, simple. They're very opposite.
All right.
Yeah, and I've never really heard another song that I could describe in that way, but it just feels right to call that one that. And it's an incredible achievement that I think they did because there's so much intensity and energy and like borderline anger on that song, but the writing is also just incredibly brilliant and like really sophisticated. And good lord, I mean, those are some of the best lines lyrically that they ever wrote in their discography. I think those lines are unbelievable. Just unbelievably amazing. I agree with Noah that this is the best vocal performance of Roger Waters' life. Like Pink Floyd solo stuff, I don't think he ever topped that. Yeah, the interlude, intermission thing, whatever, not really intermission. You understand what I'm talking about. Is really interesting and really cool. And then the outro is like one of the catchiest guitar parts, I think, in Pink Floyd's discography. I mean, and the drumming on that song is absurd. All the band members are going absolutely crazy on that song. And there's not a lot of Pink Floyd songs with that much energy, but when they want to do it, they can do it incredibly well. And to do it like that for 10 fucking minutes is absolutely wild. Yeah, I agree. That's a 10.
Well,
Hell yeah.
I do not know if Noah mentioned it, but I'll say this. One of my absolute favorite parts of this song is the drum fills in this. I think they are just Nick Mason, this is his best performance I've on this entire this album as a whole. I have not heard him give a better performance in their discography than he does in this album. The drums, Noah, you have an objection?
Yeah, I think he has.
Okay, fair enough. You could say that.
Echoes.
Echoes
you
is
go.
very, 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 very close. But as an album as a whole, I don't think he has done better on a whole album than he does on this. This is just, he just comes into this shit and makes songs his own when they're probably not even specifically written to just have a drum sound that good. And they are just, he just delivers on a cosmic level. Shout out to Cosmic. I mean, this is fantastic. It's just such good drumming. I don't know what else to say. The fills feel so perfect. They're fluid. Every part of this instrumental feels like it goes into each other. It's all flowing. These are some long songs. We had 17 minutes, 11 minutes, 10 minutes. Every part of this song flows so well, and every part of each song on this album has flowed so well into each other. Each section, each new part feels like it connects to everything, and the transitions are flawless on this. The synthesizer hold that they do on the voice, I'm sure Noah or Cole already mentioned this, but that is so damn good. I don't know how they did that for the 70s technology they had, but well fucking done. I applaud. This was an incredible performance from Roger Water. I think this is his best vocal performance on a song as a whole. I personally like his chorus singing on Dogs or on Pigs just a little better. But as a whole, as a song, this is definitely his best vocal performance. I agree. This is a clear-cut 10. We all agreed on this entire, well, actually, that's not true. We all agreed on the 3 major songs, so. There is still one more song. We have Pigs on the Wing 2, unfortunately.
What the fuck up?
Should have just ended it there.
Palate cleanser.
Roger Waters' hate is so unjustified. Depends on what you're hating him for.
I care. What happens to you? And I know that you care. For me too. So I don't feel alone, or the weight of the stone. Now that I've found somewhere safe to bury my bone. And any fool knows a dog needs a home. A shelter from pigs on the wing.
I said I don't like the outro or the intro. I don't feel like these two were needed for this album. I still believe that's to be opinion, but this is a far better outro than the intro is. I think he sounds far better. I think the acoustic riff is good. I think just the lyrics are better. I enjoy this far more than the intro. I still don't think this should have been on the album. It should have been 3 songs or put this somewhere else. I mean, this is a good outro. Just fine being the outro. I have no issue. I don't think either one of these need to be on the album to make this good. This would have been a 10 without it anyway. But yeah, 7.5 to an 8.
Below me.
Noah.
What a poopy take.
Honestly.
Not the same thing.
It didn't even make any sense.
Not the same thing.
It's the same song, it's just
it
different
is.
lyrics.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's literally the same song with different lyrics.
Even if they sound the same, it does. Or even if they're using the same type of song, I like this version of it better.
Anyway, take everything I said about the first one, apply it to this one, and there you go. 8.5.
Nah. Noah or Cole.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, considering that this is actually a really great way to begin and end this album, I will somewhat say what Noah said of how you can just apply everything I said about the first one to this one. Although this one does have slightly different lyrics, and I do slightly prefer these lyrics to the first one. So I think this one is a tiny bit better.
I like his voice more.
His voice sounds exactly the same. Very, very wholesome, endearing ending to this album that is incredibly dark otherwise, which I think is the point. Yeah, just love that there are these just two super short acoustic ballads dedicated to his wife that bookmark this album. I think it's really, really cool. And I'm a big fan of them. I will listen to these songs independently from this album sometimes. I feel another 8.5.
Okay. Anyway, it's time to move on to final rankings. That was the album Animals by Pink Floyd, their 10th studio album. If you've never been here before, or if you're watching on YouTube and you're a Pink Floyd fan, welcome to the channel. Hit subscribe. But what we do for final rankings, we take our top 3 of the album. This album is very short, and I'm pretty sure the top 3 will be pretty obvious, but it just depends on the order we put them in. Top 3 of the album. Put it in order, 1 to 10 ranking, and our final thoughts. And of course, we will rank their studio albums that we have up to Animals so far. Noah, you didn't get to go first very much today, so you get to go first on the final rankings.
Yay.
Yay.
At 3, I'll go Pigs. 2, Sheep. 1, Dogs. What a generational album we got here. What an amazing display of talent, writing ability, overall concept creation, and still, like, a lot of the things they say on this album can be, can be pretty true to today. It's aged incredibly well, and that's something that's going to apply a little later on, but I won't get into that just yet. But yeah, it's pretty easy. I'm feeling a 10.
And
now
we'll do our Discog rankings all together at the end.
Okay.
Cole, I'm gonna have you go next because I am trying to.
I would like to go last.
You want to go last? Ah, shit. All right. We'll do. Okay.
So make up your fucking mind.
No. I was thinking about my Discog rankings, not this. I know what this is. So 3, we have Pigs, 3 different ones. 2 is Sheep and 1 is Dogs. This album is a generational album we got right here from a generational band. They had an idea. They clearly found their route of music they wanted to make from the last couple albums, and this is their, I mean, you could argue this is their peak. Some people would say that. Some people would say it's other albums, but this is damn near some of the individual band members' peaks on here. I think Nick Mason, probably it's his peak from a drumming perspective. Roger Waters' vocal peak on this album, and there's some really great guitar peaks from David Gilmour, whether it's the bass guitar or anything else. There's some certain band members are just peaking their talent on this album. It's a 10 for me, for the record. I would just like to say that. I'll say this though. The only downside, quote unquote, and of course I'm going to get ballistic on by everyone in the comments and YouTube and whatever, but again, the only downside, it's not really a downside. I just wish the intro and outro weren't there. The intro and outro songs weren't there. If they weren't there, I think it's a clear cut number 1 album, but we'll see. But yeah, no, this album is fantastic. There's no low valleys. There's nothing wrong with this album at all. It's got some of the best instrumentals, best lyrics, best vocals that Pink Floyd as a whole did together. Start to finish on every song is enjoyable, minus a couple parts in Pigs with the squealing noises of the pigs and stuff. This is It's almost perfect. Cole, you're up.
All right, top 3 is gonna be pigs, 3 different ones at 3, sheep at 2, and dogs at 1. Yeah, I mean, I think they had 2, I mean, probably 3 masterpiece albums before this one, but I think this album even rises over those 3 as like an argument to be made that like this is the greatest album ever made. Like
But the title of our stream is
generational
asking.
masterpiece. I think this is the best lyrically that they ever did across an entire album. And probably I would also say instrumentally, I think it's the most interesting album that they ever made. The performances are unbelievable, especially Gilmore is just on another planet on this album. The lyrics, I think this album goes toe to toe with any album lyrically. To Pimp a Butterfly, Laughing Stock, I mean, Pink Moon, I guess. Any album lyrically as a contender for like greatest album ever lyrically. I think this is like probably their most focused album from a concept standpoint. I mean, you could argue The Wall is right there, but I don't want to get into spoilers about that. Anyway, everything about this album
That's gonna be
is
amazing.
just a great and wonderful decision that they made. It moves so flawlessly across the track list.
Mm-hmm.
It honestly just like feels like one big piece, which you could really say about any great album, but this one in particular, it just has a beautiful flow to it. Yeah, pretty handily gonna give this one a 10.
Yeah, I already pre-wrote that for you, so you're good. Okay. It is Discog ranking time. This is the hardest Discog ranking update I've ever had to do, so I need you two to start. Noah, you're up first.
Okay. At 10, Umaguma. 9, More. 8, Piper. 7, Obscured by Clouds. 6, Saucer Full of Secrets. 5, Atom Heart Mother. 4, Metal. 3, Dark Side of the Moon. And let me explain why 1 is 1 and 2 is 2.
Okay.
They used to go back and forth a lot. It's a lot more set in stone now. Because I think the first place one has aged just a little bit better. So, at number 2 is Wish You Were Here. And number 1, Animals.
I thought you might say that. All right, Cole.
Number 10, Umaguma. Number 9, Piper. Number 8, Saucer. Number 7, More. Number 6, Atom Heart Mother. Number 5, Obscured by Clouds. Number 4, Metal. Number 3, Dark Side. Number 2, Wish You Were Here. And number 1, Animals.
All right. This is the hardest one I've ever had to do in a long time. I've updated my discography rankings on this very recently, as recent as this stream. And this one took me a while to come to my conclusion on, but let's get it going. 10 Umaguma, 9 Piper, 8 Atom Heart Mother, 7 Sauce Full of Secrets, 6 More, 5 Obscured by Clouds, 4 Metal. And then we get to my top 3, and this is where things have shifted. We have 3 Dark Side of the Moon, 2 is going to be Animals, and 1 is going to be Wish You Were Here. The reason, and I'll give my reasonings, I always do. The reason I have Wish You Were Here over Animals at the current moment, and I used to have Animals over Wish You Were Here, I went back and looked at my Spotify to see if there was any part of Wish You Were Here that I had lower than like a 9. There's not. Animals has Pigs on the Wing 1 and Pigs on the Wing 2, which both to me are lower than a 9. It's maybe only 3 total minutes of the album, and Wish You Were Here has, not as, long songs like Animals does, but ultimately it's super hard to pick between the two. I think I just enjoy listening to Wish You Were Here more than I do Animals. I listen to it more often. There are songs on there I listen to more often. I go back to it more often. And while it's extremely close, I mean, we're talking 1A, 1B type of deal here. I pick the one I go back to more often. I think that's the only way I could do it. That's my deciding reason. There's nothing really technologically, skillfully, or anything standing in the way. It's just I go back to one more and I do the other, simply put. All right.
I definitely come back to Animals more than any other Pink Floyd album.
Noah, what do you come back to most? If it's spoiling, then don't say it.
Oh no, it's definitely not spoiling.
Okay.
It's definitely not spoiling.
What album do you come back to it most?
Honestly, it's probably like Animals or Metal.
Animals or Metal? Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, there it is. That's our Pink Floyd Animals rank, our album reaction and review. I hope you guys did enjoy. This was one of our most enjoyed runs of an album. We went from Metal, Obscured by Clouds, Dark Side, to Wish You Were Here, Animals, and then we have The Wall to finish up Pink Floyd's insane run they go on here in the 60s or mainly in the 70s. Sort of alongside Zeppelin, just dominating the 70s in particular. Right after the Beatles dominated the 60s. Just an incredible run by some amazing bands that go on. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you want to leave your Animals ranking or your Pink Floyd discography ranking up into Animals, let us know. Our next Pink Floyd stream will obviously be The Wall, a very controversial album, I think. It'll be a very controversial stream, so you're definitely going to want to see that. If you haven't, subscribe down below, hit the like button. Make sure to click notifications on because you will want to see that Wall stream. We do all our album reviews live, so make sure to check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Join our Discord, music trivia tournament coming for all subscribers, and follow us on Twitter to get notified when we go live, and we'll see you guys in the next video.